What's going on, team? My name's Kai, this is CaiLifer, and this is all about EA Sports FC26, which comes out in just 3 days' time. I don't usually get this hyped over an FC or a FIFA release, and to be honest, I haven't even really invested that much time in it over the last 2 or 3 years. But this year, I'm super hyped because I'm going to be playing it on my Switch 2. Yes, we're getting pretty much a full-fat FC26 release on our Switch 2, and this video is all about what to expect should you buy it on your Switch 2 and to just get hyped about this game coming out on a handheld. So we're going to go over some of the things that you can expect if you buy the standard edition versus the ultimate edition, some of the things that are going to be awesome about playing this on your Switch 2, and some of the things we already know that aren't going to be so great but hopefully might get patched and fixed by EA as the season progresses. Listen, if you're as hyped as I am about FC26, then let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm going to be starting a career mode with my beloved Man United and trying to do an infinitely better job than Ruben Amorim is doing as soon as this game comes out at the end of the week. So if you want to see how I do with definitely not 3 at the back, then sub for more. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the general features and what's new in FC26, and then we'll talk about what you can expect when you get the standard edition on your Switch 2 or the ultimate edition. Alright then, so let's go through the new gameplay features first. Now, like I say, and like I said in the introduction, the really great thing with getting this on your Switch 2 is that you are getting the full FC experience. Now, the reason I say that is because on Switch consoles and on Nintendo consoles, we've basically always just got legacy editions of FIFA. They've basically just been terrible versions of FIFA, not really optimized, not much care given to them, and certainly not had parity in terms of features, graphical fidelity, any of that kind of thing. This has the same features, it's based on exactly the same game, the same models as you'll find on your PS5 and your Xbox Series X, and that is awesome. Now, there is obviously a huge caveat in that, and that's what's been discovered whilst the beta was being rolled out, and that is that we are at 30 frames per second in FC26, and that is undoubtedly the biggest downside, maybe one of the only downsides. And look, it's not great, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, we really should just be getting at least 60 frames per second by now in 2025. This is a new console. Is it an absolute game breaker and a deal breaker? No, of course it's not. Of course it isn't. And the reason that I say that, and bear with me here, the reason that I say that is because essentially we're going to be playing against other Switch 2 FC26 owners. And okay, yes, that makes the pool smaller. Of course it does. But we'd be at a huge disadvantage, obviously, if we were playing against PS5, Xbox Series X players, and they're playing at 60 frames per second. I think PC have got 120 frames per second, so we'd be getting battered if you're playing competitively. If you're playing Ultimate Team, you'd be just rage quitting on a constant basis. But the fact is that we're all going to be on a level playing field with FC26 on the Switch 2, and so I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I think it runs differently as well if you're playing handheld as compared to docked, because you've got variable refresh rate if you're playing in handheld. So there are rumors that with the beta we're at like around 40 frames per second and not just 30. And obviously we're hoping that this is going to get patched, because there should really be an option to dial down the graphics and have some sort of performance mode so that we can get that stable locked 60 frames per second. But look, I'm not just coping, or maybe I'm just coping. Let me know if you think I'm coping, but I honestly think it's not going to be that big a deal. Once you start playing, you get used to it. It's one of those things, it's so easy to just complain about something without actually properly experiencing and then having time to get used to it. But we're going to be fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. Anyway, let's have a look at these new gameplay features. So, maybe most importantly and most intriguingly then this season, we have got 2 different ways to play, 2 different gameplay presets, and that's competitive and authentic. And essentially see this as competitive, which is sort of your usual FIFA FC experience, manic, fast, all over the place, high scoring games. And then we've got what EA Sports have introduced as authentic. So as it says here, authentic brings a true to football feel to modes like career, featuring more positionally responsible defenders, realistic corner success rates, lifelike goal mouth scrambles, and more. Now this is really interesting. I think especially the positionally responsible defenders. So yeah, I mean, maybe we're going to get a more as it says, authentic game remains to be seen. I'm really looking forward to, and I'm sure any of us and any of you guys that are buying FC26 on the Switch 2, even if you've got the option to buy it on another platform, and I could buy it on my Xbox Series X, I could buy it on my PC, but I am so looking forward to playing a full fat FC26 career mode. And I don't have to be docked. I can play it in bed. I can play it on the sofa. And I'm so excited about that. So I'm super intrigued with this. And I think with career mode, I'm going to be playing with this authentic game mode. So like I say, stick with me. If you want to see me try and restore Man United to our former glories, I'm going to be starting a career mode on Friday with authentic mode on. And I'm going to be super intrigued to see how this works. We've got feel the difference with refined gameplay fundamentals. This and that sounds like a whole bunch of EA word salad, but it's got here informed by the FC community. So hopefully then this is basically improved gameplay based on feedback from the community. Game-wide changes deliver more responsive dribbling, smarter AI positioning, retune run curves for more explosive player movement, improved ball shielding, close body volumetric animations, and more. Listen, EA Sports are the absolute king of marketing word salads. And oh my goodness, does this sound like marketing word salad? But listen, they're saying it's going to be a better game. And in a way, they're sort of gaslighting the community because they're saying, well, listen, this is shaped by what you told us to do, so not our problem if you don't like it. It'll be interesting to see if it works. I think we're all pleased about this one. So smarter, more consistent goalkeepers. Goalkeepers react naturally through volumetric animations. Clearly the buzz phrase of this year is volumetric animations. A new level of deflection control and technical improvements to handling and decision making. Reinforcement learning positioning uses machine learning to analyze attacking scenarios and adjusting their stance accordingly. Listen, if it makes goalkeepers play better and more naturally, then fantastic. Am I going to be gutted if we still get the odd like bizarre blunder? No, because Anana exists. More features inspired by the community. Again, hey, it's our fault. It's your fault, okay, if this game isn't good. FC26 also introduces new features requested by you, such as fresh playstyles and additional player roles, as well as a variety of accessibility improvements, including high contrast mode, pitch saturation adjustments, and more. Now, some of this we're going to go into because EA Sports dropped basically a roadmap full of really exciting features. But before we do that, let's have a look specifically at some Switch 2 related stuff. So the first thing we're going to look at is this article. So in this article, quote here says, in general, the Switch 2 is really exciting. I love the in general qualifier here. Being on the platform with FC this year, the performance is what really excites us. It's on parity, basically, with what we see on PS5 and Xbox. Again, it's a handheld console, but the first time I played with it, I was really impressed. Basically, again, don't expect too much. Then we also saw it working on the simulation and times it takes to simulate the season and so on, which is very, very close to what we saw in PlayStation, Xbox dev kits. It's really impressive. Listen, this game looks great, and you would have already seen enough videos. There are so many videos on YouTube, especially from people that have played with the beta. I think it looks really, really great. Like I said, if you play I keep saying FIFA, man, Jesus. If you play FC26 on your Xbox Series X, on your PC, on your PS5, and then you play on the Switch 2, of course you're going to be underwhelmed, because going from 60 frames per second to 30 frames per second, it's just not going to feel great. It's going to feel underwhelming. But if you're choosing this as like your only way to play, or even if you're choosing to play FC26 just for career mode, it's not going to change your enjoyment of it. For me, this is going to be the only console that I play it on. I'm not going to cross-platform this in any way. Okay, next up I'm going to take you to the Nintendo website so you can see just an overview of what you get in the Ultimate Edition. Now, you obviously don't need to get the Ultimate Edition. You know you're going to get Ultimate Edition, you're going to get some coins that you can, open packs with and stuff like that, but it's a little bit more than that. And I think if you do play Ultimate Team, then the Ultimate Edition is absolutely worth it. If you know you're going to put some serious hours into this game, and if you're a fan of FIFA and of the FC games, you know you're going to put a lot of time into this game, then I think the Ultimate Edition is worth it. Here's the general blurb. We've got, like I say, we've got some extra attributes and some new play styles. We're going to go over that in the next section. But if you do plump for the Ultimate Edition, then this is what you get. Now, like I said, it launches in 3 days' time. In 3 days from now, we're going to be playing this thing. If you buy the Ultimate Edition. If you don't buy the Ultimate Edition, you're going to have to wait an extra week. And understand that sucks. And listen, I mean, games that do this kind of early launch thing, if you pay a bit more money, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. I want to play this early, and I also want the perks. But it's up to you. If you have that severe FOMO and you want to be playing it, then get the Ultimate Edition. You get perks. You get to play it early. So up to 7 days early access, like I say. So the official launch date, especially for me in the UK, is this Friday. Obviously, you'll have to wait until next Friday then. So either the 19th or the 26th of September. If you get the Ultimate Edition, you also get the Season 1 Premium Pass. You get with the Ultimate Edition 4,500 FC points over the next 2 months, so that gets staggered. You can do whatever you want with them. You get an additional Ultimate Team Player Evolution slot, and you get Standard Edition clubs and career content, of course. So last up essentially then is the FC26 launch update, which is a little bit of like a launch roadmap, and it's full of really, really interesting stuff. Obviously this is not Switch 2 specific, but like I say, we can all get excited as Switch 2 owners and Switch 2 FC26 players that all of this stuff applies to us. We are part of the current gen now. We're not playing some sort of nonsense legacy edition. So first things first is the launch of the new FC26 web app, and that launches on September the 17th. That's Wednesday. The companion app refresh goes live on Thursday, it's September the 18th. Now, as it says here, Ultimate Edition players can start midnight local time on September the 19th on the console, and September 18th, 1 PM BST on PC. So if you're buying this on PC, they're going to get it a day early. That's not going to be me, it's not going to be you if you're buying it on Switch 2. But I am certainly going to be playing this from midnight on September 19th. And as it says, worldwide launch, Standard Edition opens at midnight local time on September 26th. So you have to wait that additional week if you're not going down the Ultimate Edition route. Now, this year, EA Sports aren't just giving you the benefit of being able to play early. If you get the Ultimate Edition, you've also got access to basically extra content. You've got here, look, to celebrate the return of tournaments in Football Ultimate Team, early access will feature a daily knockout tournament. So you can compete daily to earn rewards and qualify for a one-time early access finale tournament on the final day of early access. Super, super interesting. So a super benefit, and this isn't like you're getting to play something early and then everyone will be able to join in when the game launches on September 26th. This is like a unique early access tournament, which is so cool. It's such an awesome little perk. Early access will also include the following. So Team of the Week 1 and 2, Evolutions, World Tour and Squad Foundations releases, Flashback SBC, Showdown SBCs, and opportunities to earn season points. First campaign after early access will be Cornerstones. Campaign shines a spotlight on the players that teams are built around, dependable leaders, pivotal long-term signings, and young talents who've stepped up to become central to their club's success. So this is all pretty much Ultimate Team related. If you are not interested in, I'll go back to what I was saying before, if you're not really massively interested in Ultimate Team, then to be honest, you may as well kind of wait for the Standard Edition launch, because a lot of the perks that you get with the Ultimate Edition, you're not getting really anything that you can use in your career mode. So unless it's just about that FOMO and you really want to play the game early, then maybe you're best off waiting. But I feel like these days, for better or worse, so much of the FIFA and the FC experience is Ultimate Team. And as I've already said, this isn't something that I've plowed a lot of time into. And that's because there are so many aspects to Ultimate Team now, but I am going to be digging into it. Obviously, I'm going to have coins to spend. It kind of sounds lame to say it, but opening packs, it's just so much fun, man. It's so much fun. And genuinely, if any of you have got some super top tips or your own opinions and your own thoughts and your own plans on your first teams that you're going to build, signings, meta signings, and let me know in the comments, because I want to get involved with this and I want to know what the meta signings are going to be. Okay, now this is a huge one. So, power curve. We've heard your feedback on the pace of the FC25 power curve. In FC26, we're deliberately slowing down the curve and pacing out upgrades more gradually. What this means in Ultimate Team. So, rare golds, icons, and heroes was the benchmark for top squads deeper into the year. So, this is essentially a response to the fact that people were getting their hands on outrageously strong teams in no time whatsoever. And it basically takes a lot of the fun out of building a team, playing the game over the year, and slowly building a team. So, EA in this, basically this is a whole effort to try and, rather than just ramp it up early and give people this massive opportunity to build massive OP squads early on, is to try and smooth out that curve and reward players over time. And obviously it's to try and get people to continue playing the game. I think a lot of people basically just saw that teams were massively stacked within a week or two and were just like, nah, I'm out. I think this is a really important one. So rewards from champs, rivals, squad battles, SBCs, Evo, seasonal ladder, offers in the store and more are tuned to match this new pacing. Don't expect that regular dopamine hit in your rewards, but I guess the dopamine hit that you're going to get when you do get something awesome in your rewards and your pack openings is going to be great. And it says here, in summary, FC26 slows the pace of progression. Squads will generally be slightly lower rated at the same point compared to FC25, and weekly campaigns drops will feature smaller attribute boosts on average. Rewards and paid offers are also tuned to match this steadier curve. I'm here for it. I think it's a great thing, especially because no one that isn't buying the Ultimate Edition wants to feel like they are at a huge disadvantage by the time they get the game. It's not like getting the standard edition is cheap. You're not cheaping out by getting the standard edition. So I think this is a really good move from EA Sports, and maybe the best change that they've made to Ultimate Team this year. Chemistry has been completely overhauled. It's been completely overhauled. So there is now, styles now use a 3-6-9 point boost instead of 4-8-12, narrowing stat gaps and keeping balance tighter. Pace-heavy styles are now more of a choice. Boosting speed comes with trade-offs in other areas, so not all items become pace-focused. Again, huge. Non-pace styles have been tuned to emphasize key attributes like composure, reactions, and stamina, encouraging different builds across your club. Basically, EA Sports, again, are trying to find a way that different approaches to building a team work, that you can be competitive through different styles, using attributes in different ways, and not just basically get the fastest guys, boosts players' speed, and then you're OP. Because that's boring. Of course it's boring. And look, I get it. With games like this, it's sort of like find the meta, find the loopholes, exploit the loopholes, and then you're sort of just grinding without actually having fun. It's a weird experience. Hopefully this goes some way to sort of nerfing that. In terms of Season Pass, this is really cool. You get a standard pass and your premium pass, and these look like great cards to be able to get in these passes. We've got Morgan Rogers, Conor Gallagher, we've got Nwaneri and Kwanzaa. Great cards in the standard pass. In the premium pass, we've got Tomori, Mainu, and Ward-Prowse. So listen, whatever your opinion is on season passes, this looks like a good one. We've got silver superstars, we have live events, different live events, so 3 event types, tournaments, we've got gauntlets, and we've got just regular events. As I said, we've got daily knockout tournament and early access, which is going to refresh every single day. In the game modes, you've got champions, of course you've got rivals, squad battles. Don't sleep on squad battles. It's a great mode. It's awesome. If you guys aren't aware of it, squad battles is basically you're playing against people's teams, curated ultimate team teams, but against AI. It's a really cool little thing. And listen, there are so many rewards and so many coins to unlock with squad battles. Don't sleep on squad battles. And of course you've got draft. Whole bunch of stuff. This roadmap looks great. There's also a change in finesse shots. So it's got here, we noticed finesse shots were sometimes easily lobbing the keeper from outside the box. We've reduced the top spin on these shots to ensure they can't be overused to score a goal, which is awesome. Again, just trying to fix these little like loopholey game-breaking metas. So we got Archetypes. And that's brand new for FC26. So 30 new archetypes inspired by iconic footballers from launch. You can progress from level 1 to level 50 with new level caps added during the year, which I love as well. So they're going to be making the level caps dynamic through the season. A whole load of consumable things with those. There's so much data here. Now, career mode, which I'm super looking forward to getting into. So we've got Manager Live. So we're really excited at the batch of launch challenges. We've lined up Manager Live. We tried to add a variety in terms of challenge restrictions, simulation time required to complete, and what teams are compatible with each challenge. So these 3 starter challenges will look awesome. So top at Christmas, take control of any team in the top 5 European leagues and be top of your league at Christmas. Achieve a promotion, domestic league title and Champions League within 3 seasons. And then a European royalty one, which is replicating PSG's UEFA Super Cup win. or changing the course of history with Tottenham. There's so much on this roadmap here, and I really do think that there's going to be something for everyone. Now, like I say, if you are getting FC26 on your Switch 2, and you're getting the Ultimate Edition, then you're going to be able to play this game in just a few short days' time. Now, like I've said, drop your friend code down in the comments, because I would love to see us build a really strong, dedicated Switch 2 FC26 community. Like I said, I think one of the benefits of actually playing this on the Switch 2 is that it is going to be a smaller community than if you're buying it on your PS5 or your Xbox Series X or PC, and I love that. So let's build a little community. Let's see if we can get some rivalries going, some healthy competition happening. Let me know what it is you're looking forward to, and join me for that start of the season and opening some packs from Friday. Right, until the next video though, my friends, take care, much love, and peace